So today I am running case study and I am going to explain on Fourier transformation infrared spectrometer, also known as FTIR. So in this context, I am going to explain what is FTIR and how infrared IR are used in this, and what is infrared spectroscopy, and how FTIR exactly works, and what is the science behind that, and what are its disadvantages, advantages, and its applications, and also some references from where I got this. So, first of all, friends, infrared spectrum, like it's the spectrum, it is very important record. Like it, because it gives sufficient information, like for a compound to know which what the functional groups are there, so that it can further explain the properties. Like if you see carefully, the functional groups that are there in a compound will determine its properties, physical properties, chemical properties. So it has its huge amount of advantages in the pharmacy industry, or also medical industry, or also in development of solar PV cells or something. So infrared spectrum is a very important tool to determine the properties of the chemical compound. So friends, you all know where the IR region usually be. It is from 0.8 meters to 2.5 meters. Also here I have given in this. So FTS stands for Fourier transform infrared spectrometer. Uh, it is also the preferred method of infrared spectroscopy. So a method for measuring all of the infrared frequencies simultaneously rather than individually has a distinct influence. So friends, what is infrared region? So infrared radiation that lies between the visible and microwave portions of the electromagnetic spectrum is called infrared radiation. And we have infrared waves that have it has wavelengths longer than visible and shorter than the microwaves, and have frequencies which are lower than visible and higher than microwaves. The infrared region is divided into near, mid, and infrared. So near infrared means to be part of the infrared spectrum that is closest to the visible light, and far infrared refers to the part that is closer to the microwave region, and middle infrared is the region between these two. So friends, the primary source of this infrared radiation is thermal radiation. We say it is a radiation that produces by the motion of the atoms and molecules in an object. The higher the temperature, the more atoms of molecules move, and the more infrared radiation they produce. Any object radiates in the infrared, even an ice cube emits infrared. So, according to this principle of IR, molecular vibration takes place as a result of absorption of IR radiation. When applied, IR frequency is equal to natural frequency of vibration. So, every bond has some type of frequency of observation for absorption, and hence characteristic speed is observed for a different, for every function group is different. Also, there are some stretching frequencies also. Every molecule will be stretched, or there may be some angular motion, so that there may be generation of new frequencies. That way, there are so many vibrations we can be explained in a minute. For example, if you see the infrared spectroscopy of isopropyl alcohol CSCH3 2OH, so the infrared absorption bands identify the various functional groups of the molecules. If you see, I have given a graph which shows different stretchings of the different uh, bonds between oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen bending, and CC stretching, CU stretch, and CO and CO. So, friends, uh, we have got this plot against frequency. So, this helps in knowing uh, see friends that every bond has some particular frequency, and that is almost fixed, and when one knows that some frequency is there, then one can able to get guess that yes, there is some kind of bond like this. And also friends, what FTIR actually stands for, we already know, I already explained a Fourier transform infrared, and the preferred method of infrared spectroscopy. Like in infrared spectroscopy, IR radiation is passed to the sample, and some of the infrared radiation is absorbed by the sample, and some of it is passed transmitted. So friends, let us also see how a fingerprint uh, unique molecular structure produces the same infrared spectrum. This infrared spectrum used for several types of analysis. So, what information like FDR can provide? It can provide unknown materials. It can determine the quality or consistency of a sample. It can determine the amount of components in the mixture. And friends, FDR spectroscopy is preferred over dispersion method of IR spectrum analysis for several reasons. It is a non-destructive technique. It provides a precise measurement method which requires no external calibration. It can increase scan speed, collecting a scan every second. It is mechanically simple with only one moving part. Also, I have given some superiority of 50R because so friends, Fourier transform in infrared spectral specialist is preferred over disperse or filter methods of infrared spectral analysis for several reasons. It's a non-destructive technique. It provides a precise measurement method which requires no external calibration. It can increase speed collecting a scan every second. It can increase sensitivity. It has optical thought and it is mechanical simple with only one part. So here I can also explain how it exactly works. So we can move forward so that we can cover spectral spectrum and also we can discuss it later how exactly the FDR works. So friends, in order to measure an IR spectrum, the dispersion spectrometer takes several minutes. Also, the detector receives only a few percent of the energy of the original light. But in FDR, in order to measure an IR spectrum, FDR takes only a few seconds. Moreover, the detector receives up to 50% of the energy of the original light source. And Fourier transform infrared spectrometry was developed in order to overcome the limitations encountered with dispersion instruments. And a solution was developed with employed very simple optical device called an interferometer. And the interferometer produces a unique type of signal which has all of the infrared frequencies encoded into it. And most of the interferometer employed beam splitter which takes place incoming infrared beam and divides it into two optical beams. Let us see how it actually works. We see friends here. One second. So here we can see the beam splitter. And here we see the mirror. Here we see the detector. Here the lens. So and here is the moving mirror. So friends, what exactly happens? Uh, when light is passed through the beam splitter, it goes and the path difference is mainly dependent upon the uh, this moving mirror and also with the fixed mirror. So when these two uh, creates a path difference and it gives the light, then it accordingly we will be getting the spectrum. Uh, and when it is again converted to the Fourier transform, we will be getting Fourier transform and which contains frequencies. Some of the advantages of 50R is because of its speed. Because all of the frequencies are measured simultaneously, most measurements are by FTR are made in a matter of seconds rather than several minutes. Sensitivity also is there, and we have mechanical simplicity.